Hey guys, I'm just sitting here. I'm drinking my chai tea with well, it's Bengal spice tea with mullein leaf tincture. Boy, mullein leaf tincture. Boy, that was weird. In it, and I put it in these commercial teas because mullein leaf tinctures and extracts are a little bitter, and of course I don't drink, so the tinctures are created in alcohol solution, and I don't drink alcohol, so it's kind of that flavors, ugh. But anyway, I want to show you how my mullein leaf tincture came out. I actually had to let it steep. It steeped a couple of weeks longer than it normally would have because I broke my ankle, and my glasses are crooked, isn't that weird? And by the time I remembered, oh my goodness, I was cooking some tincture. I'd broken my ankle, and I thought, oh gosh, by the time I remembered it, it was like 2 to 3 weeks after the 6-week part where you put the dried mullein leaf in the jar, and I had it packed in. I packed it way up the top of a pint jar, and I pushed it down before I poured in the vodka. And of course, being dried leaves, it soaked up a lot of the vodka. And I had put in a little more vodka at some point. I can't remember if it was before I broke my leg or after, to make up for what the leaves soaked up. So, because I didn't think I would have enough liquid when it was all over with. Well, I've poured about 3 ounces out of this jar, but this is how it came out. Do you see the color of this? See the color of this here? I don't know if it'll focus or not. I don't know if this will focus or not, but it's very dark. I actually got, up to here, and I was pleasantly surprised at how much tincture I actually came up with. Mullein is, as I said in my mullein video, this is really good for respiratory stuff. So this is something that you should probably have around if keeping out of the medical complex. Take several times a day in something. I actually have put it in a dropper bottle so that it's easier to drop into my tea or whatever you're putting it in. My husband's actually added it to the elderberry he takes. So that's how it came out. It came out really good. I'm amazed, actually. I want to talk about something that I have kind of made a correlation between, and you may not agree with me, but holy moly. The other day, my husband was watching the remake of the Titanic with Leonardo DiCaprio. And I said, I can't watch that. I can't keep watching that. It's like, I know how it ends. It's tragic. I can't watch it. Well, he's in there right now watching one of those made in the black and white movies from years ago. And if you have never watched the Titanic or don't know the story of the Titanic, of course most people know it sank, and they don't realize that during that time, when the boat was sinking, they insisted on the elites getting on first, getting on the lifeboats. They didn't want the what they call the cheap seats to get on first. In fact, they even blocked off their level to keep them from coming upstairs and keep them from getting on the boats. Some of them, including children, and because they thought that the people who had money were better than the other people. And it's unconscionable what happened to these people. And I'm seeing what I'm going to call the Titanic syndrome today in our society right now in the United States. And let me tell you who the elites are and who the undesirables are. The elites, the ones who are getting preferential treatment, who are better than the others, are the ones who have, for whatever reason, decided to go ahead and get their they're being treated as better than people who decided that they wanted to make their own medical decisions because a certain portion of our population has decided for whatever reason that they will not do this. They're considered undesirable. They're considered the cheap seats. They're the ones who should not be allowed to get off the sinking boat. Well, they think it's sinking. They've been told that the boat is sinking. But the thing is, people who insist on making their own medical decisions because, hello, we are the United States, not communist China yet, and we still have a constitution. Yes, we do. And we still make our own medical decisions, and we still have our religious freedom that we will insist on. If you don't fight for it, you will lose it. Well, the thing is, I have a feeling that it's going to turn out to be upside down from the way most people think it is. Yeah, we're going to be shunned. You know how if you do something in old world Amish, in that religion, in that society, if you do something wrong and they judge you to be immoral or whatever according to their standards, and you have done something so egregious, they will shun you. That means they will kick you out of their society. And honey, not only the Amish can shun. So we are facing the Titanic syndrome. They think the ship is sinking. They think they're better than everybody else, and everybody else should starve or drown. And sadly, I mean, if you watch that, you will be so put off and disgusted by the attitudes of the wealthy on that ship. This is what happened. Every movie ever made about it, every report says it happened. And they thought they were better because they were rich. They were for an upper class. We're not a good class. You know what? I don't believe in classes. And it doesn't really make any difference, because I'm just saying that you're being people who decide that they're going to exercise their rights as Americans to make their own medical decisions are being treated like they're a lower class than everyone else. You've seen it. You've seen it. You've seen it from Hollywood. You've seen it from the government officials. They've been on a tirade. Now, here's something interesting. In India, in one spot in India, I forgot, it started with an A. I don't know if it's a province or a city in India. They have made a pronouncement that unless you have this, you can't buy groceries or fuel. How long is it going to be before that happens here? Right now, the big retailers, they don't want to be the police for the government. They don't want to have their employees attacked because they try to stop you at the door. So I don't know. How long is it going to be before that happens here? Usually what happens overseas ends up filtering down here. Eventually, even though we are a free country and we have a constitution and we have our rights that unless we stand on them, they're not going to be here. You've got to push back. You've got to push back. So that's what I want to say. So what do you think about the Titanic syndrome we're experiencing now? How people who are making their own medical decisions are being shunned by the rest and harassed and retaliated against and vilified. What do you think? Sound familiar? Did you watch the Titanic? Did you watch the remake or the old movie? What do you think about that? They even let the children die on the Titanic. The children of the lower class. I'm sorry, children don't have classes. They're just innocents. But they were allowed to die and drown or die of hypothermia just because their parents weren't the right type. See, we're gonna have to, that's gonna happen too. You're gonna be guilty by association one of these days too. I guess y'all gonna be guilty by associating with me. Gee, you might better run for the hills before somebody realizes that you sub my channel. Y'all have a good day. We'll catch you later.